Hey, Festie man reporting. The smile on my face is, oh, hang on, let's shut the window. Open the window. God, it's just 14 hours of alcohol being pumped into my body is taking its toll. It is Sunday afternoon, 1:15. I am slightly more revived now. Strangely enough, I didn't feel really too bad. It's one of those occasions, some of you have done it before, you seem to drink yourself sober. Well, in your mind, you do. Well, you know, just we've come to the end of, well, not quite to the end of the Swanage Blues Festival. It's been emotional. It's been absolutely just brilliant. Came down on the Friday night, met up with the boys, with the blues legend Jenny McGann, Mark Punk Ingo, and his very beautiful lady girlfriend, well, boy girlfriend, whatever, but very beautiful Michelle Ravel. Phil Applin joined us, Diane Norgett. So anyway, we were to the East Bar where Mr. Robin Beebe was playing. Well, I assume he was. It was so rammed, it really was. That is the one that's possibly levelled at everything here at the Swanage Blues Festival. Massively successful, but the venues are very close, very tight and great, but the amount of people that come here, sometimes you can't even just get to see the band. I was quite lucky. There was one point I was in the bar and I looked down, it was very long and narrow, and the band were playing, and the crowd just seemed to part as I looked through, and there was like the people, and I thought they were looking at me, and I thought, well, do I walk down? But I could get down to the front, so I stood there, and all of a sudden there was a tap on my back. I said, "You all right, mate?" Tap, 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 tap. "All right, mate." I turns around and it's Robin Beebe, and he'd been wandering around the rest of the pub with his wireless guitar. He was trying to get. That's why there was the passage waiting for Robin Beebe, not Festie man. Anyway, so I actually got to see him play, but you know, not a criticism. Well, I suppose it is. The sound was awful. When you stood at the back, all you could hear was the bass player. Very good bass player, but you couldn't hear anything else. A bit of the harmonica. But anyway, the evening had started. It was great. Then we were going to go up and see Zoe Schwartz at the Grand. We didn't quite make it because we walked past the Crow's Nest. And Ray Drury was in there with his new-ish band, Teed Up. We stood around. We just, as friends do, you're laughing, you're joking. And I must say, they were just excellent. They really were. Just the musicianship was brilliant. Great songs, a lot of their own songs, and it was a really good night. Everyone was on form, and we went back to the Blues Legend apartment where they had a single bed, which I commandeered and took over, very drunk, and spent the night. Had to be snuck out in the morning because you pay per person, not per room. How about that for a rip-off, though, eh? You know, like you ring up and say, well, how much is it? It's like, oh, £100 for the night. And you turn up with two of you, oh, £100 per person. What? You know, a lot of places you go to, you know, like Travelodge and Premier Inn, you pay for the room. You could have 40 people in there. Well, they would mind. But, you know, Travelodge, you could have 4 people in there. And it's like 60, 70 quid for the night. So, anyway, in a way, you can't blame them. It's a massive weekend and everywhere's going to be sold out. So, yeah, you put your prices up because you know it's going to be, they will be taken. But the downside of that is, do them people suddenly think, I'm not going to go to you. I'd like to come back to Swanage, but I'm not going to go to you because you ripped me off. I don't know. But anyway, the camper was in. I'm in a camper. Just catch up. So, yeah, woke up, had breakfast, and then we convened to the Legion. And we started drinking. The Blues Jam was brilliant. Thank you, Stan and Helen, for arranging that every year. Not just at Swanage, but all over the area around Southampton. Miff got up and did his bit, and he was brilliant for a man who just said, oh, I don't want to get up, I'm not feeling well. He was really good. Just played with a young guy playing a slide. He was excellent, really good, and you know, just it seemed to me that he hadn't done a lot of live performance, always just one of those very quiet, laid back. And there was another young lad on guitar, brilliant. So yeah, we carried on. goodness me, who did we then get to see later on? Oh, sorry, by then it's becoming a blur. I'm sort of about 6-7 points up. My very good friend Ian Lawton now lives in Swanage, and he came out and joined us with his friends Ken and Pam. My goodness, I know we watched some other band somewhere. Oh, we walked down from the Legion. We went into the Anchor, where one of my favourite bands, Chicago 9, were playing. And unfortunately, I got to walk through and just wave at them because, again, small venue, absolutely rammed, packed to the rafters. You know, you get to queue for beer. And I suppose for some people, that's the charm of it all. Yeah, just I have more reservations about that. Am I a great fan of being stuck in a hot sway club and you have to queue up to get drinks? No, not really. But, you know, it lends atmosphere and the bands love it. From there, where did we go? Oh, it's becoming a blur. It's becoming a blur. I know where I ended up. Aha. Yes, we went to Sea Breeze along the front there. It's a restaurant, really nice, and there was a good group of people. Sorry, I forgot your name. Jenny Fletcher was in there. There was a crowd in there. It was very loud. But it was Ray Drury and sorry fella, I forgot your name. Really good guitarist. Just doing that like this duo thing. Very loud, very, very good. But we sat outside and just watched the world go by. Young Ian and myself. It was really good. And I'm building up to this. You know where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. You do know where I'm going. Yes, and then we went back up to the Red Lion. We had something to eat. And then we wandered down to the the name of the bloody the ship in. Oh yeah, at some point we've been sat outside for ages, hadn't we? Just talking to people. But the word was round. Backwater Old Blues Band are playing at the ship in later on, and it was starting to get busy and the word was getting about, and it was really nice. It was really good. So we've gone off something to eat and we've come back. Met the guys in there, they've started, so I'm helping them set up. Dino's turned up, we've unloaded the van, and it's really good. It's getting good and it's getting busy, but it's a routine. You know what's going to happen. You know, and familiar faces. You know, I go every 6 months and the same people come to see them all the time. Now, there was something in the air last night, and it was like that moment of anticipation. Alan Taylor on drums. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do. Straight into the usual opening number, so mean to me. And it is a number to open with. It is loud. It is fast. There's some great solos coming out. So right from the start, they've not built up. It's almost like they've fired the big gun to start with. And the crowd has just gone, bosh, they're dancing, and it was like that release. It's like the gates have opened in the race, and bosh, everyone's out. You know, I'm doing security up the front, well, mock security. Sorry, no drinks on the dance floor. Get back. You get some funny looks. I mean, there was a girl there come up and dance. You're already up the front, and then they squeeze in front of you. So where the fuck are you going, love? You can't dance in between the bag. So then she puts her bag down, and it's like almost on top of Dino's array of pedals there. So I've gone up and just moved them. And the look she gave me, it was just like, hang on a minute, love. You know, for a start, you know, you got about 2 foot, you're dancing. What the fucking band can do? Get out your way. Don't give me the look because I'm protecting the band. Use your loaf. Put your fucking bag over to one side before I fucking well kick it over there. No, I didn't say that. But sometimes you just think, you look at people, you think, really, you know. But besides that, they didn't spoil the night. It was words fail me. It is just one of those nights. It's now legendary. And I say again, the downside of it, friends of ours, Phil Applin, had come along with his guitar. He was going to do a guest slot. He couldn't even get into the pub. Now, if he'd have phoned me, I would have just let him in the side entrance, or I'd have made way for him. I said, listen, part of the band, let the boy in. So yeah, he couldn't even get in. Guest players, Tommy Allen got up. I don't know a lot about Tommy Allen. Apparently he's very well respected. He's been around a little while, and he was good. And I liked his style. I liked his look. He was just like quite rugged and a bit like me, actually. And it just had that, you know, I liked you, Tommy. I really did. And the most wonderful Johnny Vaughan got up again. He didn't do a big part this time. Usually he does like the trade-off with Miff, but because Tommy was up there, there was like those two were doing their bit. It was, well, you could just see the joy on people's faces. Dino was in full flight. He really was. He was just, I've never heard him play that good before. He really was, you know, and his family were there. They'd all come down to see him. So it really was just an amazing night, you know, and there was people there. I call my friend Octavia Connolly. I saw you there. Sorry, I was just really drunk, and I kept thinking, I'll go over and say hello, I'm going to go over and say hello, I'm going to go over and say hello, and I didn't, and I am regretting it now. We have lots of banter repartee on Facebook, which isn't the real thing, Octavia. I needed to say hello to you, so I apologise for that, and if you're down next March, we will spend a good hour gossiping, nattering. So I hope you enjoyed it. You looked like you did. Who else was there? Yeah, Ian Lawton. He'd never seen the boys. He was absolutely blown away. You know, you can tell people how good a band are, and they just think, oh, you're a fanboy. When they actually see them and they go, oh my God, that is the best thing I've ever seen. You take it from me, it really is. The very lovely Richenda was there. Yeah, I'd seen her before, and this girl, very attractive girl, kept smiling at me. I'm going to go over there and talk to her. She said, I remember you. All right, you've already chatted me up once and I'm married. Oh, right, off you go. No. Absolutely wonderful. To have someone who stands there dancing with just a smile on their face, no drugs, nothing like that, just a very warm, lovely person who is just happy to be dancing. Because you look, a lot of the time people dance and they dance very seriously. They don't smile. Check it out next time. Honestly, you'll see that. But they're having fun, you know, and it's all part of it. And there was some real, like, weirdo dances going on the dance floor. And it's all part of the rich fabric of life. It really is. And it all adds to it. But you do look and, you know, the talk was, what were they on? But, you know, I don't think they were actually on anything. Maybe a little bit of puff, but who knows? Yeah, and Clive came along. The same faces, but new faces all the time. And they come up, and I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't do any merchandising for you yesterday, but that was getting on, well, gone 12 hours on the beer, and there was a lot of beer, and I think I was on the G&Ts by then as well. I didn't do the rhubarb gym, because that is nightmare stuff, that is. You have blackouts and memory loss with that stuff. So, yeah, I am up and about now. I've had breakfast. Do you know what? I've been sat down on that seafront, and the weather is gorgeous, and it's one of those moments of deep reflection and just looking at life, and you just thought, this is life, this is a person. I'm getting deep again here, aren't I? But the waves coming in and just seeing people walking, and it was just like one of those, you fall in love with life again. Not that I've fallen out of it, you know, but sometimes you think, oh, fuck it. Life is shit. Life is never shit. There's always something good there, you know. Even, you know, my dad said, when it's cloudy, the sun is always shining. It's just behind the clouds. You have to wait for the clouds to go. So there you go. So in life, you can't always move the clouds around. It's like in real life, up here, these clouds, I can't do anything to move them. And in real life, sometimes you can't do anything to lift those clouds. So people just have the confidence to know that that sun is shining behind your dark clouds. And then it will go. It will go. There we are. Dr. Steve in the house doing a bit of life coaching for you. Yeah, I'm taking bookings next week as well. No, seriously, I am. Well, I'm now in a car park. I'm just about to go down to the Legion. Robin Beebe's got his blues jam on there. I think all the guys are going to be there. I've been a bit isolated this morning, my moment of reflection, but it's been absolutely beautiful. The sun is streaming in here now, and I would just like to say to all the people who I've met here this weekend, I love you. I genuinely have big love for you. And for the other people, my friends and my family and new friends who I'm meeting through Facebook. Now, Facebook is a dangerous tool, but it can also be a great place to meet people, because a lot of people will read your Facebook statuses, and they would have an idea of what you're like. But you meet them in real life. You've got to meet these people in real life. Don't have all these friends and never meet them. So very often I do. I just say, look, I fancy getting a coffee. You know, and I always, if I recognise people or don't recognise them, if they recognise me, I will talk. Because we've all got friends on Facebook that we've never met, but we call them our friends. They're not our friends. They are people we have, for some reason, because friends are friends. Yep. And just recently I have, and I've bumped into these people. And it's lovely. You meet new friends, you make new friends, and keep it going, folks. Keep it going. But keep it light on Facebook. I don't want your politics. I don't want... And really, you know, like hearing about how shit life is, you know, that's fine. But don't do it just to get people to say, oh, babe, PM me, you know, yeah, come on, it's all good, it's all good. Let's have some positivity out there, people, okay? Let's have some lovely positivity. Let's have some love. We need love. We need love in the world. There is love in the world, okay? So, anyway, the alcohol is sort of just rolling around in me still. Probably needs topping up. I might stay down another night. I might go home. Gay home. Yeah, okay, let's gay home. Right, so I'm off. Feeling deep love this morning. Peace out.